Hi guys, how are you doing? It is my hope that you are well. I'm fine and I'm so happy once again to be here on the Vima Show. For those who are new, this is the Vima Show where we deal with love issues, relationship tips, marriage, inspiring stories, even mental health. We deal with business ideas, business tips, empowerment of women, empowerment of men, everything that is rotating around making you have a stable life, or rather making you live a good life, and of course life that is free from stress. That is my aim here on the Vima Show. For those who are new, my name is Joy and I'm the host of the Vima Show. And thank you so much for always coming back to our channel. Thank you for always coming back to subscribe, sharing with your friends, even commenting, even liking our content. It means a lot. And every time you see maybe the content has really blessed you, please always share with other friends so that they may learn more from what I'm talking about here on the show. If maybe you have a person, because I do host people, if you have a person that you like me to bring on the show, maybe a professional person, it can be either someone who is good in guidance and counseling, someone who is a psychologist, someone who deals with mental health. Please feel, even those who are dealing with business ideas and even who are in the business world and in the marketplace, feel free to share your idea, and then you can even comment on the comment section. Whom do you feel that I should bring on the show? Because we are very open. We listen to you people, because I am here because of you. I am sent here for you. The word that you need, the encouragement that you need, the inspiration that you need, it is all that I do here, and it's all that keeps me going on the show, by the way. So thank you so much for always supporting our content. We do appreciate so much. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing. On TikTok, you can go there. On Facebook, I do share so many things. If you want my number, please feel free to ask for it, and even you can keep in touch, because I know you have so many ideas that you'd like to share with our viewers, and I know they are willing and they are very ready to listen to what you're gonna tell them. So without much ado, today I'm alone on the show, and I'm going to share just something on something that really happens, and something that is really affecting our marriages today, that is really affecting our relationships today, and it's something about conflict, yes, and it's how do you solve your conflict. By the way, how do you solve your conflict maybe in that marriage? How do you solve your conflict maybe in your relationship? When maybe there's a disagreement that arises from your conversation, even with friends, by the way, how do you solve your conflict? In fact, this topic is not just about marriage. It's not just about dating. It's also about in your workplace. It can be either in your professional workplace. It can be either in your business place, or rather in whatever you do. Remember, when you are interacting with people, you must have disagreements. We always say that always disagree to agree, okay? And how do you solve a conflict? If there's a conflict in your marriage, if there's a conflict in your workplace, if there's a conflict between you and your friend, how do you solve it? And now, before I get into how do you solve it, before you now go into now solving the conflict, I thought of just a few things that I can highlight. I can call them disclaimers. I can highlight here before you make that decision to go and solve a conflict that you have with your partner. Number one, or rather your friend. Number one is choose the right time and the right place. When you are planning to solve a conflict, always choose the right time and the right place. What do I mean? Sometimes you might be wanting to, or rather you might be feeling that it's now time to go and solve this conflict with my partner, maybe in a marriage setup, or when you're dating with your partner. And then you feel that I can go at this time, and then you go and you find that they are not in the good mood. They are not in that mood of you know your person, and when they are sad, maybe when they are disappointed in something, maybe they are stressed from the work, or they are not just in the mood. that is not the right time for you to go and start the conflict resolution. You need to wait for your person, or rather to wait for that friend to be in a good mood, so that you can now go and start your conflict resolution process. Okay, always focus and wait for the right time, the time when they are in a good mood, the time that you feel that their energy is given, the time that you feel that when you go, they will definitely listen to you. Okay, because life is full of different seasons. Life is full of ups and downs, and I'm expecting that when you're going to go to that person to apologize for something they have done, or for something that you have done, because these are two-way traffic. I might do something wrong to you, you might do something wrong to me. If you want to come to me to ask for forgiveness, ensure first that you find me in a good mood, a good that is giving, And another thing is about the place. Where do you plan to go and ask for that forgiveness? Is it just, there are so many things you can do. And in a marriage setup, or rather to make it romantic, you can plan, maybe if it's your partner, you've maybe had some issues and you feel that we need to go and solve this conflict. You can even plan for a date and go with that person somewhere, maybe where you're just the two of you, and then now you can bring up the issue. And then now you can now start explaining yourself, of course, and maybe now you can agree to forgive one another, okay? Always ensure that you find the right place where there's no one who is disturbing you. When maybe, if it's maybe in a home setup and you've had disagreement with your partner, the kids are there, maybe the nannies are there. I don't expect you to start your conflict as a resolution process when the nanny is seated there and maybe she's listening to you. When the kids are there and they are listening to you, I always encourage, for you to solve a conflict, ensure that your kids don't realize that you have some issues with your partner. Those should be bedroom matters. I don't expect maybe your kid, atakama they are grown-ups, atakama they are very little, or rather you can say, just because your kid is very small, ama they are 2 years and below, awaelewi, these kids understand everything and they observe what you are doing. Because I know there are some of you who like solving issues in a violent way, which is wrong. Okay, that is very wrong of you, because I don't expect you to start beating your wife, or rather beating your husband, just because you've had a conflict. Ensure that you're solving that conflict in a peaceful way. So the place, as you determine the place of solving the conflict, ensure that the kids are not involved. Ensure the nannies don't even understand what is going on. So always focus on a time that is so good. Maybe the nannies have gone to sleep, the kids are not around. That is the best time for you to solve your issues. If maybe the house is so busy, go and plan. Go out and maybe go and solve your issues in another place, somewhere where no one is maybe listening, or rather eavesdropping, or someone maybe is not concentrating on what you're saying. That can help a lot. So it's always good for you to understand the time and the place before you start your conflict resolution process. Then the other thing that you need to focus on is focus on the issue and not the person. Focus on that issue for that specific time. Many times we as human beings, we like reminding our partners, you did this, and it's like you keep on repeating the same thing. Nashindana kukuambia, it's like you don't even listen to me. We've been dealing with this issue for so many years. We've been repeating the same problem. We've been having the same issues. Let me tell you, that will even drain you emotionally. Okay? Ensure you focus on the problem at that time. Focus on a problem, not the person. Don't start judging them. Don't start telling them, unakuanga hivi. And most of you use abusive language when you're trying. And this is a person that you once told you love them. And now you are using abusive language. And you are even going to an extent of even being violent to them. That's a wrong move, okay? That's a wrong move. And I'm here talking about you men, you women who feel that you are entitled to even being violent, or rather bringing domestic violence in your family. That's a wrong move. Okay, please let us change, because that will always bring more and more troubles. It will always bring more and more conflicts in the house. Okay, the other thing, the second thing I've said, that you focus on the person, the problem, and not the person. If maybe they have done something to hurt you emotionally, can you let it be a direct conversation about that issue. Okay, don't start attacking your partner just because they have done something wrong. Don't attack them, but ensure that you focus on the issue. Ensure that you focus on that topic that has brought the disagreement to you people. And I tell you, by so doing, you're going to ensure, you are going to have a very specific conflict resolution process. The other one is ensure that you are respectful to your partner and you are also empathetic. When you are solving a conflict with your partner, please respect them. They still own the position. If it's a man of the house, as you talk to them, they are still the men in the house. They are still the heads of the house. They are still the priest of the family. And so I don't expect you to start maybe being so mad at them, speaking negative about them, trying to be so, maybe you're trying to use rude language to them. Ensure you respect your partner. That is someone that you're going to live with them forever. So how do you start demeaning that person that you feel, that you once felt that you love, that you once felt that you honor, that you once felt that you really adore, and even you felt that you admired them. But right now, because there's an issue in the family, there's an issue in that relationship, you feel that you can speak to them anyhowly. That's a wrong move. And so please let us avoid that. Then the other one is stay calm. Stay calm. Stay calm throughout the process. Stay calm as you purpose to work towards maybe solving an issue in that whatever. It can be a marriage, it can be in your workplace, it can be in your dating life with your partner. Ensure that you stay calm. Because when you are short-tempered and maybe when you allow your emotions to arise, when everyone arises in that discussion, or rather in that conversation, what will happen? All of you are going to be very, you're going to be 100%. Emotions are going to be very high. And that might lead to violence. Because as the wife, you don't want to be felt to be diminished. As the husband, your ego is very high. You want everyone to understand that you are the king of the house, you see? So ensure that we are always calm. Always solve your issues in a calm manner. Do not overspeak. Do not overdo what? Do not overshout, you see. Don't use words that you feel you will not be happy when your partner is using them against you. Because that will, in fact, it will really lower the esteem of the other person. And they start now looking down upon themselves. They feel that they are not worthy. They feel that that marriage maybe was a mistake. And when those thoughts start creeping in your relationship or in your marriage, divorce will be the next thing to happen. So please, let us try to always avoid. Let us avoid anything that might lead to the breaking up of our marriages, the breaking up of our relationships, okay? Because that is going to really help us a lot. The other one is be willing to forgive. There are those people who are so hard-headed. Utakuja uwaelezee, you tell them, I'm wrong, I know I wronged you, I know I did this, please forgive me. Now wako hapo tu, they don't want to forgive. Marriage is a school where you learn how to forgive. Please don't get into marriage if you are not ready to forgive. And how many times are you supposed to forgive? Uncountable times. Because this person, you are going to be with them 24/7 sometimes. Other days, you're going to be with them throughout. Other times, you'll be with them 12 hours. You see? So this is a person that you're going to be with them throughout. I don't expect you to start counting the times that you're going to forgive them. I don't expect you to be very hard to change, or rather to forgive them. Because in marriage, for that marriage to work out, for that marriage to survive, you must be very good in forgiving your partner. Okay? And now, can we now go back to the stages? I can now refer to them as the stages when you are now doing, not even stages, I think it's all about the process, because a stage, when we see stages, it will mean number one will take us to number two. No, they are not that one. There are some ways that you can, how do you deal with issues? How do you deal with these conflicts? And the first thing that I encourage you as spouses, as partners, as business partners, as marriage partners, as relationship partners, the first thing is active listening. When your partner comes and now, sorry for that, when they come and now they're trying to explain themselves and they feel that I have done this, please listen. Listen, concentrate to what they are saying. Listen without being absent-minded. Because most of you will listen, but their mind is very far away, okay? Yes, so as you do the active listening, you are going to understand more about what your partner is saying. You'll understand more about the interest of your partner. You'll understand more about what they are really maybe thinking, because I don't expect you to understand better about your partner if you've not listened to them. And we say that you understand more about your spouse, about your partner, from whatever they are saying. As they express themselves, you'll see that this person is genuine. This person is very sorry for what they have done. This person is really apologetic. And that will make you easy. Or rather, it will make your situation easy to forgive, you see. And so that is one of the major things that you need to do. The other thing you can do is what you are calling compromising. You cannot tell me you are in marriage and yet you cannot compromise. What do I mean? I mean this. Compromising is not lowering your standard. Compromising is it's like a win-win situation. It is trying to find a solution together. It is like trying now to allow your partner to feel that I think I can forgo this. It's giving in to what your partner wants. And I know that this is what most of you do. You compromise. But please, as you compromise, do not compromise your standards. Do not compromise do not compromise sacrifices. Do not compromise even whatever you do. Ensure that your values are not compromised. But in a situation where you find that you have a conflict and something maybe is arising in maybe your financial issues, or maybe in your emotional issues, or maybe in your children issues, and you feel that maybe your husband is saying this and you have another idea, and it's something that can help your family, you can compromise on that. But please, as you compromise, ensure that you don't give in to everything. Of course, you must have your standards. You must agree to whatever you are giving up. Give up something that you don't really need, okay? Give up something that you feel that when I give this one, when I give up this one, my marriage is going to stand. When I give this one out, my marriage is going to work out and we are going to have peace in this family. But always ensure that you don't sacrifice too much. Ensure that you don't sacrifice your values. Ensure that you don't sacrifice what you believe in. I'm trying to think of maybe an example that I can give. It's maybe an issue of polygamy, but I know nowadays we don't have polygamous marriages. But in a situation where you feel that maybe your partner is going out, maybe they're cheating on you, and then you realize and you feel this is too much for me, and then you compromise your standard and tell them that, just bring those ladies here, let them be my co-wives. You see, that is like now compromising your standard, compromising your position in that home. Okay, please ensure as you do this, you still remain with your standards. Do not lower yourself. Do not lower your self-esteem. Do not lower your beliefs or your standards just to cater for the needs of your partner. Because I think that will be just like giving out everything without loving yourself. Because in marriage, I always encourage people to love themselves so much. Please. It's not like you're being selfish, but you cannot love your partner if you don't love yourself. Then the other one is collaborating. And this is like working together to come up with a with a solution. This is having that open discussion with your partner and ensuring that you work together to come up with a solution. What do you feel? You come maybe up to 50%. What do I feel? I come up to 50%. And then now, you having 50, me having maybe my 50, we come together and agree. It's not that we are settling on one. It's not that we are settling on the other person's idea, but we will now agree on ourselves. What do we take from that 50-50? Yes? I allow people to be very comfortable when you're making decision, when you're solving an issue in your marriage, in your relationship, in your whatever issue that you have. Ensure that you don't lose so much. Ensure that you are working together as a team. The other one is being accommodating. Yes, being accommodating. And accommodating is you accepting your partner the way they are. You know, in marriage we find some funny things, because sometimes you find that you keep on repeating the same issue. You keep on telling your partner that, I told you I don't like this, please change this behavior. Now unapata they don't change. What do? You start now accommodating. Accommodate them. Kuna vitu utashindia your partner na hatawahi badilika. Please accept them the way, that is the package you asked for, yes? And so accept them the way they are. There are some things they will never change. Utashindia the first year, the second year, please change this, the third year, change this. As long as it's not something that is hurting you emotionally, as long as it's not something that is interrupting your position as the lady or the husband of that family, or something that is affecting your marriage directly, please start accommodating them. That is the only thing that will help you. Then the last thing, not the last thing, but the last thing that you can do is seeking professional help. There are some issues that are too serious. You find maybe someone has done something wrong to you, a partner, maybe a fiancé or a fiancé, or maybe in a business place. You find that they have really done something that brought a major issue in your life or in the life of your partner. So here I always encourage you to seek a professional help. This can be, maybe you can look for a psychologist, you can look for a therapist, you can look for a marriage counselor. They are now going to take you through the process of conflict resolution. And by so doing, it's going now to help you to understand what is that decision. Because they will not make the decision for you. They will help you make a decision. And so before you make that decision, please always be very wise, okay? Then, as I conclude now, I want to give you just 2 points. There are some things you need to avoid. There are some things that you should say no to. When you are working towards getting a solution of a conflict that you've had, avoid. Number 1, avoiding. I know it's funny. So don't avoid. What do I mean? I mean, don't avoid solving the issue. Kuna watu, they are so good in avoidance. You avoid your partner. This is when now you start ignoring. Unajua umekosewa, you avoid solving the issue. Unajua maybe you've wronged your partner. Instead of saying sorry, you start avoiding. Okay? And then, it's so funny. Sometimes you can avoid. Unasema, leo sitaongea na yeye, nitanyamaza. And then the following day, you start talking to your partner. Do you feel they are okay with you having wronged them? And then you've just avoided the issue, you've ignored the issue, and you expect them to be very okay? They will never be okay. Because avoidance will lead to issues piling and piling and piling and piling. And that is when you find your partner anasemanga, kama last year, kama 3 years ago, that is the same thing you did to me. You see, they have piled those issues. Now, kama you are there and watching me and you feel that you've really piled so many issues, so many cases, so many problems, so many troubles, so many conflicts that you are not yet solved, please go and solve them, because they will pile up. Now, when you decide to explode one day, that will be fire. You see? Then the other thing that you should not do is compete. When you're solving issues, please never compete with your person. Never compete with your partner. Because when you compete, if you're the lady and you feel that you want to compete, the ego of the man is always high. And so that will now bring another issue of ensuring it's like, so your partner will always see you as a competitor. Your partner will always see you as an enemy. Because you're competing with them, you're competing with their position in the family, and so as you solve this conflict, you as the wife, just stay in your lane. You as the husband, stay in your lane. Focus on what you're supposed to do. If you're the one who has done something wrong, be the first one to apologize. If you're the one who has been wronged, please, the one who has wronged the other person, just create that space whereby your partner can come and say sorry. Kuna watu wanakosewa, and you find that even like you've just created a hedge, a wall around you, and your partner cannot even come approach you to come and say sorry. Okay, what have you learned in our today's topic? Have you really gained anything? If you're there, maybe you're facing some issues in your marriage, it's okay, but please, can you solve those issues? Don't avoid your partner, don't ignore one another, and don't compete. As you solve your issues, remember you are people who love one another. Please don't compete with your partner, and give them the space. Allow them that room to come and apologize. Give them a listening ear. Okay, that's why I started by telling you that do the active listening. Please be there, be attentive, listen to what they're saying, and that will make your marriages to work out well. So thank you so much for watching our content. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing. May the Lord bless you. Thank you.